Absolutely. All right, well, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. So joining us now, we have a Common Ground volunteer. This is Diane Karr from Blue Hill. Thanks for being here today, Diane.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good seeing you. Thanks for driving in to do the interview.
How's everything in your area?
It's looking pretty good right now. We're really thankful. We've had some pretty regular rain events, so that's a little bit unusual in our area. It can be kind of unpredictable, so we're really thankful this year.
Very happy about that. All right, so you know, folks may be driving around and the crops are looking good, like you're saying, but they may not be seeing much equipment in the fields as of yet. What are farmers doing at this point?
So we're still pretty busy. Harvest for us is about 3 weeks out, so there's a lot to do for preparation for that. Getting the farm equipment ready, the combine, the corn head, the flex head for the soybeans, the tractors, grain carts, trucks, getting our harvest crew lined up. They're really important to us and do a great job. So yeah, there's quite a bit to get ready for that.
And not only are you getting ready for the harvest, you're also keeping an eye on some things involving the plants. I know maybe disease or, you know, the bugs, insect pressure.
Yeah, standability is a big thing that we watch for this time of year with the corn and the soybeans. We watch for things like maybe some stem borer in soybeans or stalk rot in the corn. We want to keep that plant really healthy. If it goes down, it's difficult or maybe impossible to harvest. So there might be some late season irrigating in some places just to try to maintain that as best as possible.
That's what I was going to ask you. You said you've had enough moisture. Do you still need to do some irrigation, you think?
I think for the most part we're done. We might have a couple of fields that, you know, we're finishing up. Some of the precipitation has been pretty spotty, but yeah, our demand for irrigation was quite a bit less this year.
That's good, yeah.
And I know consumers see a lot of technology now being used in the farm. Is that another part of it as you get ready for harvest? I think I would be doing that, like figuring out some of the latest technology, making sure it works correctly.
Right, so you know, some of the things we do is even looking ahead into next year's crop, really monitoring, you know, the seed that we picked out last year. How did that perform? And then when we go to look at seed traits and seed selection this fall, you know, are there some traits we definitely want to select for, you know, some that we want to move away from. And then just in kind of monitoring how the crops are doing, there's some great ways that we can get data on that just throughout the growing season. But then when we get into harvest, that technological piece, you know, really helps us to make good decisions. And really the strategy is to be able to grow more with fewer inputs, and that's really helpful with that.
Right. And as we get going in harvest season, folks will probably have to remember that there'll be a lot of vehicles on the road, big vehicles, right?
Right, yeah, and we're just trying to get, you know, from one field to another, and definitely appreciate everyone's patience and understanding, and we just want to keep everyone safe.
Good reminders, all right? And you're sticking around, Diane, with a recipe. This is a bread recipe using zucchini.
Right.
We have a lot of that in the garden this time of year.
Seems like we always get a lot of people
say
grow a lot of zucchini, it seems like, yeah.
All right, thank you for doing that.
Thanks, Diane. We'll see you a little bit